Hello everyone. My name is Yasuhiko Yamazaki. I am a japansese independent journalist based on internet media. I am also a political and social activist. I am broadcasting every day in Japanese YYNews Live, except Saturday and Sunday at 9 p.m. in local time for more than 8 years. Approximately 500 persons are watching every time. I started English-Japanese broadcast bi-weekly on Wednesday night from the 7th 2015 in order to talk directly to 1.4 billions of English speakers around the world to let them know the hidden and unknown truths on Japan and the world. The subject of today: there is no system in the modern state to regulate the ruling class abuse of the newly added 18 state powers. Number 1. The French philosopher Montesquieu developed the separation of the three state powers in his book The Spirit of Laws, published in 1747. The aim of his claim was to guarantee the fundamental human rights of the people by suppressing and balancing the powers of the state by separating the three powers of state: the legislative power, the judicial power, and the administrative power. This theory of the separation of the three powers would be inherited in the modern constitution as a fundamental principle of democratic politics. However, more than 270 years later, there are 18 new powers of state in addition to the three powers of state that Montesquieu preached: suppression and equilibrium. The problem is that instead of regulating the abuse of these 18 new state powers, the ruling class of each country takes maximum advantage of them to dominate the people. In other words, there is no system in the modern state to regulate the abuse of the 18 new state powers by the country's ruling class. What are the 18 new state powers? 1. Right to issue currency by the central bank. 2. Right to issue state obligations by the government Ministry of Finance. 3. Control of the financial economy by the government Minister of Finance and the central bank. 4. Control of the real economy by the government Minister of Finance and Ministry of Economy. Trade and industry. 5. Right to make laws by the government Cabinet. 6. Control of national civil servants by the government Cabinet. 7. Control of military power by the government Ministry of Defense. 8. Right of arrest and home investigation by the government Police. 9. Right of arrest and prosecution by the government Prosecution. 10. Control of judges by the Supreme Court. 11. Right of tax collection by the government National Tax Agency. 12. Budget rights by the government Ministry of Finance. 13. Diplomatic rights by the government Ministry of Foreign Affairs. 14. Right to induce public opinion by controlling the media by the government Cabinet and Ministry of Interior. 15. Educational control by the government Ministry of National Education. 16. Academic control by the government Ministry of National Education. 17. Control of local governments by the government Ministry of Interior. 18. Control of foreign residents by the government Immigration. End 0.1.